The slack time is defined as the time between the termination and the next activation of a task. So this time frame. If you want to use the metric slack time as a requirement in your project, you can do so by going to the requirements editor in the TA tool suite. Then, first of all, choose the tasks that you want to apply the requirement to. In our example, we will choose the 1 millisecond task. We will select the metric slack time, and we are going to create a requirement on lower limit with critical severity at 20% of the period of this task, meaning the slack time should be below 0.2 milliseconds. Now that we've done this, let's have a look at the TA tool suite and how the analysis of this requirement looks like. We are now in the TA tool suite, where we can first of all see the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart shows us all the different tasks and here the course of the system. And we can see how the different tasks are getting activated, how they are terminated, and also if they're running or if they have a start delay. Now, in the process table, we can find our metric, the metric for the task 1 millisecond. We have here the slack time as a minimum, maximum, and average. So we can see on average the slack time of this task is at 0.43 milliseconds. We have defined a requirement for the slack time of the task 1 millisecond. That's this one. And we can see the upper limit is set as 0.2 milliseconds. And this requirement is violated 212 times inside this measurement. So what does that mean? If we have a look at the Gantt chart here, we can see that, for example, here in this instance, the slack time of this 1 millisecond task is 500 microseconds. So this is definitely not violating our requirement. But which of the instances do that? The first thing we can do is we can, of course, drag and drop this requirement directly into the Gantt chart. And this now shows us the instances where we are violating this requirement. So we can see here, we have here a slack time that is smaller than the 0.2 milliseconds. If you want to analyze these requirements more systematically, you can also use the histogram for this purpose. The histogram allows you to drag and drop your requirement in there. So we can select the requirement, drag and drop it into the histogram. And the histogram shows us now the slack time of the task 1 millisecond together with the boundary that we have set. So everything here to the left violates our requirement. Every instance on the right fulfills our requirement. And now we can choose quite easily in this histogram a certain area that we would like to have a look at. We can right click and send this selection to the clipboard. And now in the clipboard, we find all the instances that we have selected. And if we double click on them, we are jumping directly to the point in time in the Gantt chart where this violation has happened. So what we can see now is that this instance 110 that we are looking at now has here a slack time that is lower than the 200 microseconds that we have defined as a boundary. At the end of this video, I want to offer you some possibilities to stay in touch. First of all, I'm inviting you to join the LinkedIn group Runtime Analysis in AutoSAR projects, where we have a lot of experts who can help you out with this kind of issues, answer your questions, and you can, of course, also engage in discussions there. If you want to stay in touch with me directly, and maybe if you have some questions, please feel free to connect with me here on LinkedIn and reach out to me directly. For both, for the group and also for my profile, you can find QR codes in this video. I'm looking forward to stay in touch and hope to see you soon.